China is dealing with its biggest challenge since this whole pathogen first emerged in late 2019. Delta came into China around mid-July. It was first detected in Nanjing, a city in the east. Very quickly, it spread across to almost half of China's 32 provinces. It's being detected already all the way from Hainan in the south to the northern provinces that are near Russia. While overall the cases, about 300-ish, 400 infections, that's still far lower than what's being seen elsewhere. But the breadth of that outbreak and how wide it already is posing a massive challenge for China. So what we do know is vaccinations do work against Delta. I mean, if you look at places like the UK and the Netherlands, you know that the surge of Delta has really come down and fatalities, hospitalizations stayed very low compared to what happened before. Vaccination is providing that level of protection. China's about 60% vaccinated. That's very, very high for such a large country, you know, among the highest in the world nationwide. At the same time, you know, Chinese vaccines are not as effective as the mRNA vaccines that we see being more commonly used in the West. So it's a real test for Chinese vaccines. I mean, we do know so far that the incidence of serious illness amongst those that have been infected with Delta is only about 4%. So that's very low. And that does indicate that the vaccines are working to keep serious illness and death at bay. It's a real opportunity for China, I suppose, to really prove to the world that its vaccines can hold up against Delta. So China has one of the most ferocious containment regimes in the world. You know, it's crushed over 30 flare-ups before. You know, it can do things that no other government in the world can do. You know, lockdowns, mass testing of millions of people, entire cities being tested overnight. And what we're seeing is that playbook has quickly come into play. In Wuhan, you know, the original city where the outbreak first began, a couple of infections were found there for the first time since May. That entire city is going to undergo testing again for its entire 10 million population. But authorities also don't want to overreact, and they don't want to put its most important cities, for example, Beijing, into any sort of lockdown or sealing off. So it's very much a situation where that's a test of China's playbook right now.